What is up, guys? HD Motorsports here with another broadcast of the D4C Racing League. It's the Cup Series. It's the mycolorstreet.com/Starshine Nails Cup Series. And we got a good one in the store tonight as the boys are going to be heading to Kansas. As always, we got 30 Deeds, Jungle Heat. Deeds joining me into the booth. And Deeds, as always, what a pleasure having you up here. What is your expectations coming into Kansas, and who's your dark horse, and then who do you think is going to get it done?
Yes, sir, HD. Always a pleasure to join you up here. I tell you, tonight, man, there's a lot of favorites. I mean, you got the three-time winner, D4C Rowdy, and after last week, I'm wondering how Kamal's going to respond after that last lap. You got JR Horn in here. You got a More Smoke. I mean, there's so many in this star-studded field. One thing to watch for is that high line, and my dark horse for tonight is going to be our very own Knights, HD.
Well, I'll tell you what, I like Knights as a pick. We were talking to him in the last broadcast. We had the Xfinity broadcast, and he was saying, hey, guys, don't count me out of this. I got a bad, fast car.
I got a rocket.
I'm looking forward to see him out on track as they've loaded in. Have you joined the party, Deeds, the party I'm in?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, sent the invite out. Get ready to load into the race. Fort Smitty, are you up in the booth?
Negative.
Negative. Fort Smitty said he is bouncing. I'm actually offline. Am I streaming right now?
I think.
Why am I showing offline?
It says D4C Xfinity, but...
Does it? Am I online right now?
Nope, we're live.
Oh yeah, we are live. False alarm. I don't know why my computer is saying I'm not live. That's weird. Let me reload.
Russians. The Russians.
It's the Russians, man. So we're going to go ahead and pop over straight to the D4C race as the boys are bringing it around. It looks like we got the 4 car up on the pole. I do believe that's the Aviator running in that 4 Deeds.
Yes, sir. That'd be the Aviator.
We got the 11 of CGMX Rose on the outside. The 2 young guns up here with the 41 back there in 3rd place. And we got Jose 720 sitting P4. Right behind there's that beautiful 95 car powered by TRD starting P5. Moving his way up to P3 Deeds.
Yes, sir. You know he's wanting to get that win that evaded him last week, HD. I look for him to be pretty aggressive here.
Yes, sir, indeed. As I'm trying to jump around the car numbers, so I'm talking about the right people.
And I'm trying to get all these things shared out.
Yeah, but as you look at this pack right here going through turns 1 and 2, my oh my, what a crazy mess. As we're going to ride on in the back here, look at the top 15. There are 28 cars on track here tonight at Kansas. Kansas is a beautiful track. Look at them. There are 3 wide up there to try and bounce around a little bit more. Get this hood action going. This is intense right now, Deeds.
Oh, it is, HD. I tell you, that 4 car stretching around here. I mean, look, watch that 18. He's coming up through there, HD.
Yeah, oh, we got a spinner right here. It's the 19 down on the apron. Not sure. Oh, caution is out. First caution of the night. I kind of expect these to see a few cautions with this track being as racy it was. I mean, these boys were 3 wide for about 2 or 3 laps into the race. As always, guys, out there in chat, make sure to get your picks in on who you think is going to win this race. If that person ends up winning the race, you will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. They have kindly donated to the league, not for just the drivers, but for you, the fans, as well. And actually, are they still racing?
Yes, sir, HD. We did not have a caution. That's what I was going to say there. I think it was the 19 of JR Horn. He was a single car spun, and everybody avoided him. That's like calling a green flag on the backstretch, HD. I mean, come on, step your game up.
Yeah, might have to bounce around a little bit, follow along with the 1 of D4C 4-speed coming into turn 3, just outside the top 10, trying to make it 3 wide with the 51 and the 21 machine up on the high side.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, we got Rose here looking on the high side of the Aviator, man. We've seen these two young guns go at it plenty of times. It looks like Kamal's going to be going with him around the outside. The high side seems to be the lane that everybody's preferring here early in the race, HD.
Yeah, let's go ahead and ride along with that 95 machine, sitting here in P3 with CGMX Rose riding the rim, baby, around Kansas, powering his way to the front, leading the first laps here tonight.
Yes, sir. And let me ask you this, HD. With the 19s, what do you think of that high line that's now a thing of racing that we can do again?
I like it, man. Kansas is one of the best racing tracks here on NASCAR Heat 3. You got virtually 3 lanes. Now, the only problem at Kansas, you see that dark seam right there? There's 2 of them. If you hit your tires on that, especially once these boys get their setups in and they make these cars a little looser, because remember, they're running straight defaults at the moment, so they're pretty tight, they're pretty snug, everybody's pretty comfortable. But once they get those setups in, as you can see right here, the 95 of Kamal is looking low, just not able to make anything work that time. With your points leader, more smoke down low into turn 3 on the inside of them.
Yeah, and I think he's going to probably clear the 95, and he's probably going to get him a piece of that 4 car right here, HD, as he's going to jump on this apron down low.
Ready to get him cleared that time with the 95 with the draft of the Aviator and CGMX Rose, your current race leaders. The 95 looks to tag the wall a little bit. Might be a little lag on our end. I don't necessarily think he hit the wall, but there's Jose 720, who is also a favorite, I would think, sitting there in P number 5.
Yeah, and I believe, I know we had a number change with that 12 car. I want to say that is, I know who it used to be, but I don't know who it is now. We've had too many number changes.
All right, out there in the chat, can I just get a quick mic check, quick volume check? We all good? We all live? As, again, D's the top 6 has broke away. Current race leader, CGMX Rose in the 11. The 4 of Aviator, that beautiful 95 car of Kamal. We got your points leader, More Smoke, currently sitting P number 4. Right there in 5th place is going to be the 38 of Jose 720. Back there in 5th is going to be the 12 of Muffin, who also Deeds is streaming.
Yes, sir, and that's the one I need to load. Thank you for that, HD.
He's on Mixer.
Yes, sir. I'm getting these shared over here to our social media outlets, if you will, and then I will load up the Mixer.
Yes, sir, indeed. And the 4 of Aviator was looking to make something happen down low in a turn 3. Just wasn't able to make it work. Indeed, early on, like I said, I know they're in the straight default setups, but that high line is prevailing up there. Looks to be the fastest way around the track right now.
Yeah, without a doubt, HD. I mean, we saw the Moore there. He tried to, jump down low and clear that 95, and I mean, he got back in line as quick as he could there. He was going to lose a bunch of ground.
Yes, sir, indeed. And Aviator is kind of stuck down low as he's going to drop back outside the top 3. He was leading early on, but Jose still holding on to 5th place with the 12 of Muffin back there. Now in the second pack, we got the 41 of Stout Whiskey, the 88 of D4C Sigma having a good run so far. I know he's pretty excited for that. Right behind them is going to be the 18 of D4C Rowdy, your last week winner at Dover.
Yes, sir. And I believe he might be eligible for our clip of the week with that win.
Yes, sir, indeed. And looks like the 42 of More Smoke's going to tag the wall just a bit. Enter in turn 1, and that's going to allow the 4 of Aviator pounce on the outside. And More Smoke's going to lose a few positions, dropping only back to 5th place.
Yeah, and these cars are probably starting to tighten up a little bit here, and that's another thing that high line helps, HD. I mean, if you're tight, you definitely want to be in the high line. I think once they get them loosened up, we might see a little racing maybe more back in the pack there with the guy being able to work that low line. But I think right now on these original presets, the high line is definitely showing that speed.
Well, I know right now the driver that's most excited is going to be the 38 of Jose 720. Hasn't quite had the running so far this season to this point. Currently just sitting outside the top 20. Actually, I think he is sitting 20th place in points, but you know as well as I do, Deeds, this 38 car has got a bad, fast car, and he can get it done every single week. Just hasn't happened yet this year. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him punch it through tonight and punch his ticket into the win column.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I mean, I had a little talk with him there, and I was asking him, you know, when are you going to get a win here, man? You know, you're the nicest guy on the track. If you got to use that bumper, are you going to use it? And he definitely sounded to me like he's ready to get a win.
Yes, sir, indeed. And I'm telling you, a car that's kind of surprising me right now is going to be that 88 machine. I mean, he's pulled away from that second pack. He's got about a 5-car length lead on him. Now, he's in no man's land, but if he can catch on the tail end of this draft right here, we might have a 7-car battle in a minute. But he's about 15 car lengths away. He's still got quite a bit of ground to make up. I don't expect him to make all that up unless these boys really start racing. As you can see, that 38 car of Jose down low, just maybe testing the waters a bit, Deed, seeing what his car acts like down there.
Yeah, and I think you're right with that testing the water, because I mean, we know Jose, and man, he loves that high line, and I honestly look for him to be a strong contender at the end of this, just because of that. Oh, and Rose is up in the wall hard, HD, and he's going to lose 1, 2, 3. He's going to drop to 4th from the lead.
Yeah, I was actually riding along with him, watching that as my TV is going to go fuzzy screen. Good Lord, it's the Martians taking over. I'm sure that's going to show in the stream as well. But yeah, he got stuck to the wall, and that's one thing about the wall and that high line is that sometimes that thing will just suck you in, and it is hard to get it off of it. As Amore Smoke is looking low, and he's into the wall again. CGMX Rose. You know what's funny is I was talking to Rose a bit. I was like, hey, man, you had a good car in Dover. You just kept making these little mistakes. Well, it looks like it's carrying over into Kansas.
Yes, sir, HD. And, I mean, he's dropped from 1st there to now he's finding himself back in 6th place. And, I mean, he does that one more time, and he'll fall into the clutches of the 88.
I'm going to ride along with him just to see if he got any damage from that. His car still looks pristine. As he's looking down low on Muffin, just not going to be able to make it work, especially on a straight default setup, as he's going to try the low lane, maybe pull a slide job here, but Muffin's holding strong up there.
And we got a battle for the lead up here, HD, as Kamal, he was looking there, and he went down low, and man, I tell you, that high line just pulled the Ford, the Aviator, and Amore Smoke around there by 5, 6 car lengths. That's the difference in speed.
Well, I'll tell you what, CGMX Rose is making his way up through the field pretty fast as he was able to get by Muffin coming down the front stretch. Jose 720 makes a little mistake, and CGMX Rose back up to P4. Let's go ahead and bounce around a little bit, get some other action. We're going to ride along with the 48 of our very own D4C Carroll, currently sitting outside the top 20, riding along behind that 8 machine of our very own Knights. Not sure if he got caught up in that early wreck with the 19 of J.R. Horn. Just bouncing around a little bit. I'm going to follow along with the 71 who's got the 1 of D4C 4-speed right in front of him. That beautiful monster machine. As we got cars down on the inside, spinning all over the place. This is going to be the first caution of the night, I'm sure. And D4C 4-speed hammers him. That's a tough break right there.
Out right now, HD. And I think that caution right there, it couldn't have fell at a better time for those guys at the back, because this front 6 was, I mean, they were lined up and walking away pretty much. Now everybody's going to get to make those adjustments.
Well, I tell you what, our very own Knights in the 8 cars got heavy front end damage, as well as D4C 4-speed and that 1 monster machine. He's got damage in the front and the rear. Now we know once these boys get damage deeds, the car does not go back to 100%, goes to 99%. And at some tracks, that is a huge difference. Not really too sure what the effect is at Kansas, but it's something to keep an eye on with these cars.
Yeah, and well, one thing that I've noticed with that there, HD, when I was testing here, is that it makes it really tough to stay up in that high line per se, and it makes the car want to go down like a half a lane, if you will, from the top once you get that damage. And I've noticed about a 1/10 to maybe a 1/10 and a half difference that you never get back.
Well, D's, we got a new face up in front. That's going to be the 40 of D4C Outlaw. Not sure if this is a bit of a strategy play. I think I don't know exactly how he got all the way up here, but if he stayed out on older tires, I think it'd be a huge mistake because these boys have now got their setups in. They're going to be running about 4 to 5 tenths faster than what they were just a moment ago. This is going to be something to keep an eye on, D's. And you know what I like calling these guys, don't you?
I was about to cue the music, HD.
We might have to call this 40 of Outlaw a wounded gazelle. He's got a bunch of lions behind him about to pounce on him, possibly.
Yeah, that 40, I mean, look at the speed there behind him. I mean, you got the Aviator second, Amor third, Kamal fourth, Rose is in fifth, and then you got Jose in sixth. I mean, we know what's behind him right here. So either he's got the best pit crew in the business, or he just pulled a 2-tire move, which I don't see working at all.
All right, well, here we go. The 40 of Outlaw gets a decent jump on the inside with the 42 of Amor Smoke making his way up to second place, coming through turn 1.
And Amor's going to clear the Aviator, and he's probably going to slide out.
Oh, yep. There's that wounded gazelle, D's, as the Lions are eating good tonight.
Oh, there's a big wreck in the back, HD.
I think we're still green. I think we're 4 wide currently coming through turns 1 and 2, and the 40 is losing a ton of ground right now. I think the Lions are eating McDonald's.
Right on, man. I mean, that wasn't even fast food. That was like what's it called? The Uber Eats guy dropped it off
and the 88 is flipping in the air.
Yes,
good Lord. Oh, wait.
40 there.
What in the hell? What? Now he's back.
He got into it.
What? That was pretty strange. We're going to follow along with this 3-wide action with the 40 of Outlaw still dropping back, getting ready to drop outside the top 10. We got the 41 of Stout Whiskey down there. The 37 is chugging along, currently sitting P8. And there's CGM X Rose in the 11, down on the apron, able to hold it together, but he's going to lose a ton of ground.
I'm not sure what happened with that 88 there. I seen him and the 40 get together, and he went flying through the sky, and then he kind of just reappeared back out here. Maybe he pulled that old Black Magic card out, you know.
Yeah, but we're going to go ahead and follow back right to the front. Your race leader is going to be the points leader, the 42 of Amor Smoke, out front for the first time tonight. Now they got the setups indeed, so you can see these guys running that low line.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, HD. You know, once they get in there, you know, the low line was always the preferred line with the 18s. These 19s, you know, you can't hardly get away from whoever's behind you. And, you know, diamond in that turnoff, I know we're going to see some guys doing that, and there is speed there.
Yes, sir, indeed. And I'm watching Amor Smoke. He's going low through 1 and 2. We'll see if he does it this time, but last time by, he went high in 3 and 4, carrying that momentum all the way down the front stretch. Yep, he's doing it right now, staying up in that third groove. He's not super close to the wall, about a half a car length away. No little safe buffer, but as he goes down in turn 1, you're going to see him hit this apex down low, Deeds. As he's going to turn it in right now. Yep, exactly what he's doing.
Yes, sir. And that we know there's a lot of speed in doing that too.
I want to bounce
and
around.
One person that is committed to that high middle line, if you will, and that's going to be the 42 of Amor Smoke, who's out here leading this thing.
Yeah, he's running that high through 3 and 4, and then going down low in 1 and 2 as we're going to ride along with the 12 of Muffin, currently sitting P4. We got Kamal in the 95 right in front of him. We still got the young gun, the Aviator, sitting P2. But Amor Smoke is flexing his muscles right now. These boys haven't been able to pull him in, even with the drafts.
Yeah, and we've watched Muffin do this for the last 3 weeks now since, I mean, even at Talladega with his win there. We've watched him just kind of sit patiently, ride it out until near the end. And I mean, last week in the Xfinity race we saw he just couldn't make the move there on the last lap, but the move was there to be made when we were poking it.
Yeah, it looked like the Aviator closed up about a car length or two. That time by is going to bounce around a little bit as these boys got a pretty huge lead on 5th place. See if we get any action rolling. There's the two of Old Man Todd down on pit road. Not sure if this is a scheduled pit stop or not. He's not ghosted, so I'm assuming his engine is still in the car. Hasn't blown that yet. That's something to keep an eye on as well. Gonna follow along with the 18 of D4C Rowdy on the inside of Jose. 720 coming into turn 1, Deeds.
Yeah, now I'll tell you, I'm riding along with Rose here, and he's committed to that bottom line, and he's out here by himself right at the moment, HD. He's not really making any ground up, but I mean, I don't know how many positions he lost on that round of pit stops, but he's back here in 10th place now.
Yeah, currently riding along with the 41, a stout whiskey with a tough battle with the 14 there. 2x2, 2 rows deep, single filing it out through the front stretch.
Yeah, they've been battling back there, HD. I mean, that's the place to watch. We got the leaders lined up pretty much. I mean, the battle right there is 11th place on back.
You know, that's going to be the 21 of God Power right there. Getting a pretty decent push from behind from the 71, but that 71's got heavy right front damage on that car. You know he's going to be struggling, especially once these tires fall off a bit. And there's the one of D4C in the wall back there. D4C
yeah,
4-speed.
Well, and I just want to bring it to your attention now, HD, but we did have a couple guys come up from the Xfinity Series into Cup, and one of them is your new favorite gamer tag, Dan the Lawn Man. He's out here in that 32 car, and he's in the thick of that.
Yeah, see if we can go right along with this Dan the Lawn Man character. I do love his gamer tag. Where you at, Dan? There he is. Dan the Lawn Man. Beautiful NASCAR Heat Pro League sticker on that car. Mighty clean so far. He's got the 9 of Silent Killer behind him. There's the 8 of our very own Knights back there as well. Dan the Lawman currently running about 15th place as we got Coey up in the wall in front of him.
Yes, sir.
Might be able to pick up the 14th right here. We got cars on the inside.
Yeah,
that's the 95 of Kamal.
That's Kamal. And is that a Moore? No, that's Jose.
That was Jose.
With heavy damage. Yes, sir. And Kamal's going to fall clear. I mean, probably going to lose a lap here. Jose got it gathered back up. There's no caution. Oh man, talk about huge.
Yeah, Jose's got a little front end damage, but that 95 is mighty clean. He's got a little, little dent on that right rear. But I think you know what happened, D, I almost guarantee he hit that seam coming out of 2, and he just lost the thing.
Yeah, and I believe Jose may have paid the ultimate price on that. It looks like Jose may have been trying to avoid him and put it in the wall, being the nice guy that he is.
Well, back up to the top 3 right now. The 42 of a More Smoke. He's still got about a 5-car length lead. The 12 of Muffin's going to move up to P2. And the Aviator's going to drop all the way back to 3rd place. The More Smoke Man's just got this thing in cruise control at the moment.
Yeah, and I believe if you look right in front of him more there, you're going to find the 95 of Kamal.
Well, something different I saw that time by Deeds was that 42 car actually went down low through turns 3 and 4. That's a little change up, and we might want to watch him this time by to see maybe if he was just testing something. He's like, let me try this, see if they gain anything. If they don't gain anything, I might just go and stick with this plan. As he's going to tap the wall down the backstretch this time by in turn 3. He's going to stay up high. I think he exactly what happened there. He was testing the waters to see something, and he didn't like what he saw.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I'm riding along with Muffin here, who's in 2nd place, which, I mean, it's giving me a great view. Amore's got an 8/10 lead right now, but him and the Aviator are definitely catching him. In our 4th place, we got D4C got him. He's 1.7 back, and he's got Rowdy that he's drafting with in 5th. And I will get you a lap count right up here when they cross the line, sir.
Yes, sir, indeed. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take this to a Crank It Up session here in D4C. Again, this Crank It Up session is brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/star shine nails. We're watching the D4C Color Street Cup Series. As always, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn this baby up. All right, guys, and that Crank It Up session was brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com. We actually had quite a bit of action during that, Deeds, as it looked like the Gotham was down low, spun around. Quite a few cars got heavy damage with that.
Yeah, I think he hit the seam there, and Rowdy shot underneath of him, and right on his bumper was Rose. And when Rose came through, Rose clipped him in the front there, got him spun around, collected the 43, who's sitting on pit road now. I believe he might be out of the race with enough damage, and got him, brought it down pit road, but he's going to cycle around to be at least a lap down.
And there's another car with heavy damage. That's going to be the 19 of J.R. Horn yet again. Heavy front end damage on that Toyota.
Yeah, coming down pit road to get it repaired, I think. And yes, sir, heavy damage. I think the crew's going to have to hang new sheet metal.
What's going on, Thrills? What's going on, everybody out there in chat? Guys, if you're just joining in, or if you're new to the D4C Racing League, make sure to pick a driver. Who's going to win this race? Who do you think is going to win this race? If you're the first person to pick that driver, then that pick becomes right. You will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails. You know, the wonderful sponsor here at D4C League Racing. Can't thank them enough for sponsoring his, Deeds.
Right, HD. I mean, it's spectacular what they do for this league, and not only for the league, but also for the fans.
You know, Deeds, I heard you even bought a pair, right? You got a pair on. Gives you +5 horsepower, I heard.
Right, that's right, dude. And it's, at road courses, I mean, it makes my reaction time so much better. You know, I got my red thumbnail, and I've got my yellow pink pointer fingernail.
Yes, sir, indeed. As we're going to go ahead and follow along with the 41 of Stout Whiskey with D4C Coey up here, just running outside the top 10. These guys are with the 8 of our very own Knights now. Deeds, Knight said he had a good car, and we didn't pick him. We said we were going to pick him, so he wrecks. That didn't happen, so he might win this thing.
I did pick him as my dark horse, though. I'm just going to throw that out.
You might have jinxed him, so if he doesn't win, it's all on you.
We'll find out. I'm trying to see which who we got on pit road right now. It's going to be the 71 who got into that. He T-boned D4C, got him when he spun that thing, and I'm trying to see who's in that 71 HD. He's coming off pit road now with heavy damage.
Yes, sir, indeed. Still riding along with Jose 720, who is coming down for his pit stop. So they're going through green flag stops at the moment as that 95 passes him. This is for about 17th place, I'm going to say. Both these guys got in a little bit of trouble through that green flag run, as Jose 720 is going to make a mighty slow pit entry, in my opinion.
Yeah, and our leader is Muffin is out here running around right now. He's got a 4-second lead over Rose at the moment, which is, now it's 4.5, and he's got 2 laps of fuel left, so he's elected to stay out and run it as there's 82 to go, HD.
Yeah, and another car who was having a great night was that 88 of Sigma. Now has heavy front-end damage on his car. You know, he is disappointed, especially for how his season has gone so far. But the 95 is chugging along up through the field. There's the Aviator coming out for his green flag pit stop. And it looks like up in front of him is going to be the 42 of a More Smoke, who will be your race leader once this thing cycles out.
Yeah, his Muffin's on pit road, so we're going to see how it works around here and find out what kind of strategy that James Kamal used to get back up here. Not sure where he's at. And here's a breaking story for you. I'm riding along with our very own D4C Carroll. He's got a really clean car, HD.
I know Carroll's excited for that because he's had a rough few weeks himself, as CGMX Rose is now coming out of pits as he's getting past. He's dropping back to P3. We got D4C Rowdy making his way up through the field as well, Deeds, because he's going to be battling Rose for 3rd position once he comes out on track.
Yes, sir. And our leader right now is going to be D4C Carroll, and he's coming to pit road after this cycle of pit stops. And there's James Kamal on pit road. Should be exiting here.
Yeah, that's a mass of cars down there at the moment. Sir. Looks like everybody got in and clean as we're going to ride along with the young gun, CGMX Rose, currently sitting just outside the top 3. Running at 4th place, your race leader is going to be the 42 of a More Smoke once this thing cycles all the way through.
Yeah, and Stout Whiskey led that lap there, and he's going to bring it into the pit this time. He's going to bring D4C Coey along with him, HD.
This is on the Xbox. Tell you what, this is a beautiful Pro Core car, man. I like the paint scheme. I like it a lot. I like it. Shout out.
Shout out.
I mean,
and it's about to cycle back around here. Your leader is going to be a more smoke, followed by Muffin, followed by the Aviator, followed by that 18 and D4C Rowdy.
So that means that young gun CGMX Froze, who had, he's made a few mistakes early on. But, I'd rather make those mistakes early on, get in the groove, get to know your car, get to know what it's going to do in the draft, because I'm pretty sure these boys haven't ran with this many cars out on track with 28 cars, Deeds. Only one caution so far is just phenomenal. I mean, it speaks volume of here in D4C. But again, here's a more Smoke just doing his thing. That's why he's your current points leader.
Yeah, without a doubt. And you were talking about Rose there. He's in 5th place now. Before pit stops, I mean, he was back there in 10th. He's 2.8 out of the lead right now, so the cream is rising to the top once again, as everybody in the top 5, I believe, has a win this year.
As I even forgot to switch the little scrolly ticker down low with the points standings here in D4C as a more smoke screen to put the 2 of old man Todd a lap down. He got in a little trouble as well, I do believe, with the Gotham incident. The only thing, Deeds, I'm seeing different from a more Smoke and everybody else is he's going down low through turns 1 and 2. Everyone else is staying high all the way throughout the track.
Yeah, I mean, he's diamonding that turn, like I was saying, HD. That's the way we always ran the 18s. He's definitely got speed in that thing.
I think he's definitely got that tune figured out here for Kansas. Beautiful night race. Look at the lights shining, reflecting off the cars. Just beautiful. We even got the blimp up in here.
Yeah, and the stands are full, I mean.
Yep, and there goes the 12, a stout whiskey. I do believe that 40 is a lap down. Who's got the Aviator right on his tail. Now, Deeds, I would like these guys to not race each other. I think they need to work together to try to make up some time on the 42 because he is checked out to a whole nother area code.
Yeah, and one thing that's not helping those guys is right now he's drafting on that 8 car, and right in front of that 8, as soon as he passes him, he's got the 3 of D4C got him up here. So he's got stepping stones, if you will, to draft.
Yes, sir, indeed. And thrills, it's well worth it, man. I mean, you bought Heat Evolution, Heat 2. Well, this game outdoes them by a mile. I mean, it's a beautiful game. I love it. I can't get enough of it. Shout out 704 Games, for listening to the fans and improving each and every year. And I just can't wait what's in store for Heat 4.
Yes, sir, HD.
We're going to bounce around the field just a little bit. So we get any racing action going on. Here's the one in D4C 4-speed who we know he got caught up in an early accident as well. Now we know his car is looking mighty clean, mighty fine in that monster machine. But again, Deeds, it doesn't go back to 100%, so that might be hurting him just a bit.
Yeah, and I was riding along here with J.R. Horn, and we know that we don't always get a see when they repair the damage. The damage model will sometimes still show them damage, but I don't think he repaired it because he's much slower on the track right now.
Yes, sir, as the D4C Rowdy here, your last week's winner at Dover, getting ready to work his way by the 40, should make quick work of it. He is a lap down. I'm assuming he's got a little damage as well. And yep, D4C Rowdy flexing his muscles that time in 3 and 4 to get by him. Now he's trying to catch up to Rose and, not Rose, excuse me, Muffin and the Aviator. He's trying to make up ground.
Yeah, and I'm riding along with those two. And the Aviator, he's using that line that Moore is using, and he keeps trying to get underneath the Muffin right there. And Muffin keeps prevailing on that high line, HD. As this time, it looks like he's going to stay on the high side.
Yeah, the boys are pretty much stretched out all the way out throughout the track, Deeds. If we can get a quick lap count. Again, guys, we started this race with 134 laps, about 28 laps per run. Might get a little field strategy.
Yeah, and there's 71 to go, HD. It's going to be 70 at the line, so 134, we'll close it with 62 to go, I believe, 68.
Yes, sir, indeed. And guys, if you didn't get your votes in on who you think is going to win this race, make sure to get them votes in right now. That prediction becomes right, and you are the first person to pick him. That's the kicker. You have to be the first person. You will win a $10 Amazon gift card brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/StarShineNails. Now, Deeds, Valentine's Day passed. I think the period of buying new gifts, if you bought a crappy gift for your loved one on Valentine's Day, is over. Next thing is what, Easter? Easter's next, right?
I'm going to go with St. Patty's Day. Get drunk and get nails, right?
There you go with that. I like that one more, Deeds. Just go out. But, ooh, and Carol's going to smack the wall pretty hard right there. But, yeah, just go out, buy some nails, put them on your girl, you know, or whatever, and then just go out on a night, you know, just hit the town, St. Patrick's Day. I'll make sure to call an Uber, though.
Yeah, green nails will keep you from getting pinched. Just saying.
Yes, sir. I'll tell you what, this Ford car is mighty green as he is pushing Muffin. I think he pushed him up into the wall that time, by there side by side down the front stretch. The Aviator's going to get him this time, I do believe, in the turn number 1. He's got him clear.
Ooh, he barely got here. Muffin's going to try to battle back on that high side HD. Look at the run he got.
Yeah, he got a huge run up there on the high side. I don't know if that was the Aviator letting him go by, because I do believe the Aviator tapped him a bit. But you look, 2 cars up in front battling with that yellow car. That's our race leader, the 42 of a more smoke. Now that car is not trying to let him by. He's slowing him up a bit, Deeds.
That's D4C got him up there, and he's going to shove him down to the inside here, and we're going to see how good that got him is on the outside, because you're right, he is not catching lower. He's slipping slack. As he just now got around him. He's looking back to the inside here.
Now, the only thing is, Gotham's got heavy damage on that right front. I just don't think he's going to be able to hold on to it. He held on for a few laps, but now that more smoke's got that clean air, he's just going to drive away.
Yeah, I mean, and right now I'm showing a more 2.5-second lead over Muffin in second place. So, and that's growing. I mean, that was, when they came off the pit road there and we got cycled around, it was 1.2. And that was navigating traffic.
Yes, sir, indeed. Just going to go bounce around as that 18 is closing on your second and third place runners. He's only about 5 car lengths away. He's about to be in the draft if he's not in the draft yet. I expect him to be there in about 4 to 5 laps. You know, it'd be interesting to see. We know Rowdy is an aggressive driver. We know he will give you the chrome horn.
Yep, and right now, I mean, he's only 6/10 behind the Aviator is what I'm showing here on the scoring chart. So he's definitely in that draft.
The only thing is, I would like to see Rowdy work with these guys. They need to work together if they want to catch a more smoke, as he is running a very different line than everybody else. He's running that middle line through turns 3 and 4. We're going to watch him this time by down into turn 1 to see if he's still running down low, just like a more smoke up there.
Yeah, he's middle line.
Yeah, running the middle line. And I'll tell you what, Deeds, he is closing on the Aviator.
Yeah. Yes, sir, HD. And I know we're about to close the picks here, so I'm going to let everybody know we got a pick for Rose. We got a pick for Moore. We've got James Kamal. We got Jose. So, I mean, we've still got several people out here. We got Muffin pick, Valley Racing pick Muffin. And that leaves a lot of people still to be picked here in the next, like 6 laps.
I think we're going to have our second green run or green flag pit stop of the night, because here comes the 21 that got power down. There's something to keep our eyes on.
Yeah, and the 3 of Gotham is coming down also. There's 62 laps to go, HD. I believe we're closing it at 60, correct?
Yes, sir, indeed. We're going to close it at 60. 62 laps to go to get your picks in. Now, Deeds, they're running about 28 laps per run. 60 to go. They're going to have to save at least 4 to 5 laps. Now, you can definitely do that throughout the run, but if there's one caution, there goes that whole strategy. So you as a driver, what are you doing at this point?
Well, if you're up front, you know, it's a lot harder to say, you know, But I mean, you can roll the center and take that angle where you know you dive it down low, and you can actually roll that center, and you can save quite a bit here. I mean, if you're in draft, if you're out there by yourself, I mean, you're pretty much stuck in a box.
Yes, sir, indeed. I think if you're sitting outside the top 5, I think that's when you start to think of, I'm not running top 5. Moore's got about 7-second lead on me. Let me roll this baby up, save a few laps, because if this thing goes green and Moore's got to make 3 pit stops, so you're 2 pit stops, you're going to win this thing by a mile. So if I'm out top 5, you know, about 7 seconds behind, I'm going to start saving now to save those 5 laps.
Yeah, but I'm with you on that, HD, and honestly, I mean, I don't see any way to beat the top 5 right now if I'm not in the top 5, so I'm definitely looking at that strategy. As our front 4, they're almost all together now. Rose is the odd man out there with 6 seconds behind him, 5th, but our front 4 is all within a second of each other.
I think a more smoke pitted because it looked like he just came out of pits, and now that 12 car of Muffin is right on him. So I think Amore's smoke went down for his green flag pit stops, and these boys are stretching it. If he did, this is at least 1 lap more.
Nope, not yet. He has an HD. Muffin just reeled him in. So is he saving fuel? As Rowdy's going to hit pit road out of 4th place. There, Amore just lost the lead now.
He's got to be saving.
Yeah, and he's coming to pit road this time. So I don't know. I mean, I don't understand.
Did he make a mistake?
He had to have done something big right there, or else, you know, maybe his tires just fell off really hard. But yeah, I mean, he lost a second and the lead right there on 1 lap.
And those guys are still out on track. Let's go ahead and ride along with the 12 and the 4 of Aviator to see exactly how many more laps they can push this baby. So we know Amore came down, what? That was lap 60 right there, so he's got to stretch it 4 laps.
4 laps over 2 runs.
4 laps over 2 runs, which can be easily done. But these guys, now they only got to stretch it. They made it 2 more laps now, so they only got to stretch it 2 laps, Deeds.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, HD, right now there's 56 to go, and Muffin's got 2 laps to the good right now.
Well, it's going to be a developing story. Maybe the 12 of Muffin is thinking, hey, if we got a green-white checker, a couple of them, I can stay out while these other guys are going to have to pit, take fuel. This might be working in his strategy because he is going to go ahead and take another lap, Deeds. That's 3 more laps than your race leader, the 42 of Amore Smoke.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Muffin just got in the wall really hard there out of 4, and he did not make it down the pit road. He's really tight right now, HD.
He's coming this time. He has to be coming this time. Yep, he's coming.
He's got to come this time, but I mean, he just gave up so much time on that lap right there. I'm looking for Moore to be way far out front after that.
But I like the strategy. He's stretched it 3 laps more than Amore. I mean, I like that strategy, and he hit pit road pretty good. I mean, he was going pretty fast around there. Not wrecking fast, but he definitely wasn't going the speed limit. He enters his pits pretty well, as we're going to go ahead and follow along with the 42 of Amore Smoke to see where all this cycles out here in a minute.
And James Kamal is on pit road right now, and he's dragging in quite a few him too.
There's some more. There we go. We got a more now. There's the 9, a silent killer. Don't have any eyes on that 12.
Well, and I'll tell you, the biggest story here is that D4C Rowdy right now finds himself in 2nd place after hitting the pit early. He's going to have stout whiskey between him and Amore, and Amore is passing.
Yeah, there he goes right now. He just passed Muffin, so Muffin's actually going to drop back. Looks like the 4th place. But again, say 3 more laps than your current race leader. I love this strategy because now he can pretty much go pedal to metal and make it to the end. As 2nd place, D4C Rowdy. He's actually pretty close to Amore. He's actually working with the 9, a silent killer. If he can get a little draft, work with him a bit, he might be right on his bumper in the next 3 to 4 laps. D4C Rowdy's got a fast car, Deeds.
Yeah, and before that pit stop, I mean, he was reeling him in there. He came from 2.5 back to, 1 second when Amore hit the pit there. so he definitely has a hot rod.
Yes, sir. We're going to bounce around and follow along with the more smoke. Currently back here sitting in 4th place. But again, man, the strategy might play into his favor. It's something to keep an eye on. Well, there's Kobe going down for his green flag pit stop. Again, this is the 2nd green flag pit stop of the night. Only 1 caution so far with 28 cars on track. It's beautiful. I love it. Can't get enough of it. Gonna bounce around. We got D4C 4-speed on the outside of our very own Carroll down low in that Allied powered machine side by side at the line. That time by was 4-speed coming in turn 1. As you still with those deeds, fall asleep. Sure, Deeds is here. Yeah, Deeds. Might have a little technical difficulty with Dirty Deeds, as I know he was getting some pretty bad storms, as I'm sure a bunch of you are currently getting some pretty bad storms. As the Aviator is currently battling side by side with Sigma on the outside. Now, Sigma is a lap down. He's got heavy front end damage, but the Aviator, surprisingly, just not able to make it work that time through turns 1 and 2. I expect him to try and get a run this time, get down low, try to fake him out a little bit, but Sigma's holding on strong.
Yeah, Sigma's had a really strong car here from the beginning of this race. I mean, he's in traffic right now. Oh, Carroll gets loose. Oh, Carroll's back up and in the wall.
And he's going to hit the 41, a stout whiskey. Carroll spinning on the track. That might bring out a caution. No,
yeah, he got
caution's out. Second caution of the night.
Out.
Give me a quick rundown.
First is going to be a more smoke. Second's going to be Rowdy, who needed that after getting collected. Third is the Aviator. 4th is Muffin. Rose finds himself in 5th. Pro Viper 6th. Sweeter 7th. God Powers 8th. Jose 9th. And the Mad Brownie rounds out your top 10.
Well, there you go. I know one person who probably didn't want to see that was the 12 of Muffin, who had the fuel strategy working in his favor. That all went down the drain right there.
Yep, 49 laps to go. 31 on his estimated pit fuel here, so everybody's good to go on one more stop. Probably 1 can there in the middle. That's going to change a whole lot of strategies that we were talking about earlier.
Yes,
no more saving.
The Aviator, man. Biggest loser, I think, just outside the top 10. And look who's back up there in 2nd place. That beautiful 95 machine. A lot of pit strategy going on at the moment.
Yeah, and the 14's up there with him, HD. We got a shake-up up here at the front.
Yeah, that's going to be the 14 of D4C Sweeter up there in 1st place. We got Kobe back there in 4th. And is that the 51?
51 finds himself in 3rd now.
That's the 51 of D4C String up there in 3rd place, and Muffin back in 5th on the outside of Muffin's going to be the 42 of a more smoke. So I'm going to assume that was the first person to pit.
And I'll tell you, the last person that we saw pit was that 95, and I think that he just happened to get around here and not get lapped, and he's able to stay out with only a few laps on those tires.
Yes, sir. I think he's trying to put that 95 in a good spot, man. This Pro Core car, beautiful Toyota powered machine. This time by at the box. Sweeter's going to take the green flag, and they are underway yet again with that 95 getting a decent jump. Should be able to file right behind him coming into turn 1. And my, oh my, are the boys getting rowdy out here in mid-pack. They are 3 wide, Deeds.
Yes, sir. HD is, I don't know if I'm the only one, but man, I got a whole lot of lag going on my screen.
Yeah, I got a lot of lag too.
We're playing bumper cars for the lead.
Yeah, that's pretty weird right now. We're getting huge. Oh my God, what's going on? All right.
Well, that's interesting.
You know, the only car that doesn't seem to be lagging is that 95. Running nice, smooth, and beautiful up top, but he's got pressure from down low. That's going to be the 51, a string, and they're going to hit doors down the backstretch.
Yes, sir.
And I do believe the caution is out.
Yeah, the caution is out. Not exactly sure why either, because I was looking from the front to the back here, and I didn't see anybody go around. And now, HD, we're going to have 41 to go when we take the green, and 31 of fuel. Thanks. Are you pitting right now?
41, 30, 10 laps. Honestly, I think I do pit because I pit, but then I stay out the next couple because we get a couple more cautions. That's going to eat up that 10 laps fast, and you're going to be good to go to the end without pitting to make it. Right. So I think I pit now. I get the fuel, I get the tires, and then I see how it plays out.
Well, and our leaders up here, they all chose the complete opposite of that. HD is the front guys all stayed out.
Yeah, and actually the 51 of String, excuse me, got up to P2. That's going to bump the 95 down in the third. And look at who's up there, currently sitting P4. That's going to be at the 11 of CGMX Rose, the young gun. After making a few mistakes early on, but he's found himself in the right position late.
Yeah, and on his bumper, he's going to have the 18 of D4C Rowdy, and right behind him, More Smoke on the Highland.
I actually want to follow along with Rowdy off this restart. We know Rowdy can get pretty crazy. I think this is going to be something to see starting back here in 6th place.
And we know he don't like to just fall in line and follow around either. He wants to lead them all.
Yes, I don't know if the 95 is warming up his cars or he's doing the cha-cha. He's doing something down there in 3rd place. As, oh my good Lord, I think it was a huge lag off the start there. And D4C Rowdy is going to be the biggest loser out of that, getting forced outside the top 10 possibly. Jesus, this lag is insane right now.
It is, and look how quick the
All right, I'm going to try something more. I'm gonna back out real quick, and then I kind of want to watch this restart though. Wait till this is right. This is pretty bad at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
All right, I'm backing out. I'm backing out. Find me back.
I got you an invite.
See if we can fix this real quick. I got that Xbox One X power. I get back in fast.
Right on.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to fix the little lag issue going on at the moment. It was pretty nasty looking. I don't want to finish the race like that. Hopefully, this is going to fix it.
There you go, sir.
All right, I'm bouncing back in. You can hop out if you like. I'll send you a quick invite.
Yes, sir. It looked to me like there was a big wreck back there. Yeah, there's definitely a big wreck. We're going to be under caution, HD. Not sure what happened, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and back out, and then you can shoot me an invite. Thank you.
Hopefully this fixes the lag issue we were having. Yeah, technical difficulties right now.
Xbox One X power.
I said Xbox One X power, man. Not even like a minute, I'm back in.
Yep, here I am. I'm back. As now HD is going to be 35 to go, 31 laps. I look for all the leaders to come in right now.
Oh, you definitely.
They're going to stay out.
You definitely
guys
pit. If you pitted the last time, I think you stay out. I think you do. I think you play that strategy. And there's the 95 of Kamal up there to the lead with the 12 of Muffin on the outside, currently sitting P2. That 24 of D4C Kobe up there in 3rd place. We got the Aviator in the 4 up there in 4th, no pun intended. Yeah. But that young gun, actually we got young guns right here going to be starting side by side possibly, because we got the 11 of CGMX Rose in 5th, and it looks like the 22, I do believe, of the Mad Brownie first time tonight up in the top 6.
Yeah, and I mean, look going back here, you know, 10th place and 12th place. I mean, you got probably what is 2 of the 4 fastest cars of the night. They're finding themselves deep in the middle of this field right here. It's going to be interesting to see how they get back up here of a More Smoke and D4C Rowdy.
Yes, sir. The boys are going to double file it out down through turn number 3. The 21 of God Power is like, let me get a little apron here entering turn 3. Please don't spin that thing out as we got guys warming them up. Indeed, this thing is going to get crazy here with only 31 laps left.
Strap your TVs down, folks, because this is going to get rowdy. And right in front of those guys, I was going to say, the 32, give him a shout-out for being in the top 10. Dan the Lawn Man.
Yeah, can't forget that. Making his first cup start here in the D4C series with the 12 of Muffin on the outside. Deeds getting a huge jump that time, moving up to P2.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that the Mad Brownie went way up high right there. He's going to clear a couple cars on the bottom. He's going to clear Rose.
Yes, sir. We got Rose diving it down. Just nowhere to pull a slide job, though. I don't think he's got enough room to slide in front of him.
He thought about it.
He thought about it, but he's going to get him cleared, I think, coming into turn number 1, if not out of turn 2. He's got him by a car length right now. Now, the only thing is he's going to need to pull strong, and pull strong he does with ease, clearing the 22 of the Mad Brownie. He's going to try and force Coey down low.
Yeah, Kamal lost the lead there in turn 1 and 2 HD, and he didn't only lose the lead, but he's back to 3rd right now as Muffin is leading this thing, and the Aviator finds himself in 2nd.
Well, I tell you what, the young gun is pulling good right now as he almost had the slide job complete on Coey. I actually think he had him clear, but just look how he's able to roll through the corners. Now, the only thing is he's made a few mistakes early on, but like I said, I'd rather make those mistakes early than later because I think CJMX Rose is in the groove, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with here before it's all over with.
Oh, without a doubt, HD. I mean, is this right here I believe that he won Daytona. Did he win Atlanta also back-to-back?
Yes, I do believe so. I know he won Daytona, and Atlanta hasn't won since then. He was on a 3-race suspension.
Yeah.
Currently sitting just outside the top 5, battling down low, but I just think that's not where you want to be because he's going to lose the spot to the 14, a Sweeter.
Yeah, he's going to have to get that thing in line right here, and he does. He gets up there as quick as he can, and now Coey's going to look to the bottom. He's going to have that big run.
And Muffin's in the wall, and Coey to the front.
Oh, and Muffin gets back in the wall, and the 14's around him. We got a big crash. Takes out Rose. Oh, man.
Oh, my God, they're all, and there's a caution out. Huge wreck.
Oh, my goodness. 28 to go, HD.
That tore up a lot of good cars, and that tore up a lot of cars. Biggest winner right there has got to be Coey.
Yeah, without a doubt. And the biggest loser is going to be Muffin going from, what, 1st place back to 13th with heavy damage.
It all started, he looked like he got in the wall. I don't know if he had help, but that forced everyone to stack it up. That was the all-start of it, and that was the big one at Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, these boys were running 2 to 3 wide. It was going to happen eventually.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, I mean, if you thought the last restart was wild, wait till you see this one with only 20 to go. And another thing, HD, Muffin's going to drop to 18th place right now.
Well, that 95 had the pit. He just pitted, and so did the 4 of And we got Rowdy back here, Stout Whiskey. I mean, these are strong cars. The 32 of Dando, Lawman, CGMX Rose as well. They're all outside the top 10 at the moment.
Yeah, and look right behind those guys. That's the 38 of Jose, who got somehow knocked out of 2nd place early in this race. I mean, you got all the fastest cars throughout the race here, buried deep in the field. So
well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to need to take a look at these pictures real quick because I got no clue who's in the 30. I think it's Pro Viper in the 37, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir. That'd be Pro Viper.
That is Pro Viper. Look at that, HD. Actually pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, in the 6th, we got the Heated Snowman. Haven't called his name out all night long. The 21 of God Power right there in 5th place. And again, we got D4C Sweeter up there in 6th, running in at 14.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I mean, whole new cast of characters up here at the front, and we know clean air is king at this track. But we're going to see how much patience that these guys in the back have. The person that's led the most laps right now finds himself back in 7th place.
When that time by, they did a modified restart. The 37 of Pro Viper gets a pretty decent jump I just don't think he's going to be able. Oh, he actually got it under Sweeter in the 51. I didn't think that was going to be able to happen, but they're going to go side by side, and D4C Cody is currently watching his mirror as these boys are going to go double file down the backstretch into 3.
Yes, sir, and it looks to me like Sweeter's going to dive underneath the Cody right here, and we're going to see how much speed Cody's got on the high line right now.
Yeah, Sweeter is flex. No, that's not Sweeter. That's String right there in the 51. String is flexing his muscles here late, and they are side by side into turn number 1. String down low, and don't look no farther because there's the 42 of them more smoking the 18 of Rowdy's around.
Oh, and it's a big wreck back there, HD. Oh my goodness, half the field is taken out. And I'm seeing Muffin in that. I'm seeing Rose in that. There's still people hitting the wall right here. The 37, a Pro Viper, who was just our leader. That's big, and I honestly see them go into a single file this time.
Yeah, they did
a modified last
They did
time.
a modified. I think they'll go 2 more times on the modified. If it gets 2 more cautions, they will bring this restart to a single file restart. And I know Kobe's probably liking it, as he's probably still your race leader. Indeed, that's where the strategy came into play. What I said, I think you pit now. Well, I said that around what, lap 38? I said pit.
Yes.
Well, now look who's out in front is the guys who did that. They pitted at a lap 38. Now they're up in front. They got the track position. All these fast guys who were up front leading this thing throughout the whole race are now in the back, and that's probably why we're seeing quite a few more cautions, because they're trying to put it all out there on the track to make up every position they can, especially since they've been leading the whole race.
Yeah, without a doubt, HD, that's exactly what's going on. One person that loves to see these cautions is definitely your leader, Kobe.
Well, Kobe's no longer out front. He had to pit. I think he was having fuel issues. String is going to be your new race leader with the 21 of God Power on the outside of him. Right back there in 3rd place is going to be Sweeter, and the 37 of Pro Vipers in 4th. Got that 6 hot dog machine, which, guys, if you don't know what HD stands for, it's not high definition. It's Hot Dog Motorsports. Right there running the P5.
But he's in the bacon mobile, man. What do you think, HD? Have we seen our last caution of the night?
Well, how many laps we got?
We're going to have... we're going around real slow, but there's... I want to say 18.
Well, 18 to go. I don't think this was the order we were going to see up front. All those fast guys back there, and they just can't make anything happen. I don't think they're having enough time, even if this thing goes green, to make anything happen. They're going to need a wreck to happen in the front, and they're going to have to avoid it. But that time by, they did a modified restart with D4C String with a good jumping. God Power, who's got a fast car, I think. You know, he was making moves early on. We'll see what he's got for String.
Yeah, and I mean, there's 18 to go when they took the flag right there, and look at these front two. I mean, they've gapped 3rd and 4th now by about 4 or 5 car lengths.
Yeah, and there goes God Power on the outside of String. We're gonna have a battle at the line, possibly for a lead, but this time by is definitely gonna be String by a mile. With God Power gets a huge run down the front stretch. They're gonna enter turn 1 side by side.
Yeah, and that's going to make String enter this turn low, and God Power is going to be on that high side. And we've seen that high side get this huge runoff. If String can close that door right now.
He's got to go down. Yep. Beautiful move right there. God Power. They're going to do a little side by side. They're going to get. Oh, good Lord. Banging doors down the back stretch. God Power riding up a bit in turns 3 and 4, and they are door to door coming out of 4.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, if those guys right behind them would get in line, they'd be right here. But, man, they're back there battling for 3rd. Here comes the 14 of...
and they're going to hit doors again coming into turn 1.
Yeah.
And Sweeter's going to get String, and he's going to bump him outside the top 3. God Power to the lead.
Yeah, and look, don't look now, but here comes the 42 of Amore.
Yeah, they're 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Amore smoke down low, gonna clear the 51 of String, pull a little slide job on him coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, and that's going to put that 42 in 3rd place, and he's definitely in the best position. And the Aviator's looking right now. He's trying to get around these guys too.
Yeah, I'm trying to
and
get
along. That 95 of Kamal
with the 42.
The 6 is in the wall.
That's what I want to ride along with. I need the total. I need to be able to just jump with someone.
We need that total.
Yes, sir, indeed. But yeah, the 42 of a more smoke, who I think possibly went with the strategy I called. Pit, there might be a lot of cautions at the end, and he's finding it's working because he might have a couple wounded Cazelles out in front of him. He's going to get a huge run into 3, or 1, excuse me.
Yeah, and these guys are side by side right in front of him, and you know he loves to see that. But another person that's really loving to see that is that 4, the Aviator.
Yes, the Aviator is currently working just in 5th place, trying to catch these guys as the Sweeter is going to... What in the world just happened there? Okay.
Not sure why there's a caution, but there's definitely a caution on the track.
Yeah,
there's 14 to go right now, HD, so I believe that's going to be 11 when we take the green.
Ugh, that's sneeze. Thank God there's a caution.
Bless you, sir. Bless you. And our top 3, God Power, Sweeter, Amore, String, Aviator. Our own Knights finds himself in 6th. Kamal 7th. Pro Vipers 8th.
Oh yeah, there's the 21 of God Power, but he's got that strong car, the 42 of a more smoke. We saw him just drive away from the field early on. But the Aviator is also going to start on the inside right there in 5th. Oh, they're going single file, Deeds.
Single file. Yes, sir. Definitely going single file. Just missed the counter there, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have 12 to go. 11 we're going to have to go.
And we're going to ride along with the 42 of a more smoke. He's got String right behind him. Behind String is going to be the 4 of the Aviator. Behind the Aviator is going to be the 8 car of our very own Knights, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir, HD.
And then we got the, looks like the 95 of Kamal.
Yes, sir. Kamal's worked his way back up here. One driver who has not found his way back up here is the 18 of D4C, Rowdy. As there is 9 laps to go, HD.
Well, we thought, well, this should tone the craziness down just a bit here at the end with the single file restart. Little, I don't want to call it F1 style, but hey. At the line, God Power's going to be your race leader with 8 to go, or 9.
It's going to be 9 to go right now.
9 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Under 10 laps to go. Go ahead and throw a quick shout out to the sponsor, D4C. That's going to be mycolorstreetnails.com/star-shine-nails. Again, guys, every Thursday night these boys are racing. Make sure to get your picks in before the half point of the race to be entered to win a $10 Amazon gift card. Brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/star-shine-nails. As God Power with 8 to go, Deeds at the line is still your race leader. We got Sweeter in 2nd, but that bad boy, your points leader to this point in the season, that 42 of a more smoke, is looking to make a move as Sweeter to the front.
Oh, and look at this. We got a battle here for the lead, and that's going to pull more just a little closer. They made quick work of that 14, though, and we know God Power's got a good car.
Yes, sir. We know God Power's got a good car. Sweeter in the 14 was able to get down low in turn 1, but that high line prevailing yet again with String currently still sitting P4. Back there in 5th is going to be the 4 of Aviator making his way towards the front. And there goes Sweeter again down low in turns 1 and 2. But I think God Power is going to hold strong again down the backstretch with the run. Now Sweeter is going to have to jump up in front of a more smoke, which he has room to do so, and he does it.
He barely did. Oh, and the caution flies again, HD. Oh, Lord. There's 7 to go right now, and I believe that's going to leave us 5 to go. 4 when we get the green.
Well, the laps are running down for that car, 42 of a more smoke. God Power is just holding on to that baby up there. Running that high line. Sweeter made a few moves down there, but he just wasn't able to make anything work. Now we have 4 laps to go. I just don't know if that's enough for a more smoke to get it done.
Man, I'll tell you.
Especially with the single file restart.
Right, and we've seen it a couple times this year, but I mean, if he comes from 3rd to get these guys for this win tonight, I mean, granted, he's impressed me multiple times. but he's going to have to really get up on that wheel if he's going to do that. And probably going to have to use that bumper, HD.
Yes, sir. After the 6th caution of the night, the boys are getting a little trigger happy at the moment.
A little bit.
These boys are going to single file out yet again. Top 5 is going to remain the same with the 21 of God Power. We got the 14 of D4C Sweeter up there in 2nd place. The 42 of More Smoke right in front of 5th place is going to be 5th place is going to be the 4 of the Aviator, and right there in 4th, I don't know why I did the order like that, but hey, I'm AC Motorsports. I can do things like that. That's going to be the 51 of D4C String having a great night.
Yeah, and they're going to have 2 to go whenever we get back to the line here, HD. So, I mean, this is your green-white checkers, if you will. Yeah,
back there in 6th place, our very own Knights. He said he had a good car. Well, he's got a top 10 running right now. That 95, beautiful 95 car of Kamal. Right there in 7th place, D4C 4-speed making it to the top 10 after his rough showing early on. Running in 9th, and back there in 10th is going to be the 24 of D4C Cody.
Yep, that's one car I was going to say. You know, we saw him get in trouble there early, but he's battled back here for a strong top 10 finish, and let's see what he can do.
Yes, sir. So, again, Deeds at the line. We have 2 to go for a green-white checker.
Yes, sir.
And I just don't think that's enough time for the 42 to make anything happen. I think if there's someone's got something going, it's going to be that 14 of Sweeter. The only thing, Deez, is how aggressive is he going to be? Is he going to do a little door bump? 8 tires turn better than 4, but we're going to find out because this time by white flag is going to be in the air. Brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails as the boys are riding the rim around turns 3 and 4. White flag, Deeds. Oh, caution's out. I don't know if he got the line. Deeds, tell me something. Deeds.
Yeah, I'm back. I was just talking there, and
what happened?
Caution again. I'm not.
They get the end, or are they on the caution?
No, sir. We are under caution right now, and I'm not sure if they're going to run this out or if we're going to take a restart.
Well, I think they give it what? 2 more. I think they give it 3 attempts. That was the first attempt.
And these are going to be double file restarts if that's what we're doing. Unless we're going to do 1 to go.
Nah, they. Oh yeah, I don't know. They might just finish this bad boy.
Yeah, because right now would be overtime.
No, I think they're finishing because Silent Killer just left the party we were in.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go ahead and finish it.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's going to give the end to God Power. That's going to put the 14 out of... change cars on.
14 Sweeter.
Sweeter, and Moore's going to bring it home in 3rd, HD.
I'll tell you what, man. God Power, this is his first race back up in the Cup. I know he ran Cup early on in the season, but God Power just pulled this thing out and is your race winner at Kansas.
Yeah, and that's a big win, HD.
Yeah, that locks him into the chase.
Sure does, and I'll tell you, I mean, probably the rebound of the night's going to be that 42. Probably going to hold on to his points lead.
Well, we'll see if anybody voted God Power out there in the chat. I'm going to assume no. Yeah, no one picked God Power.
No, I don't see a pick for God Power in the chat here.
Yeah, it's a tough break because God Power is going to be your race winner because I believe the race is over. Is anybody in this?
No, it's definitely over, HD. They're keeping her single file and just cruising around and finishing it out. No, sir. Epic finish just crossed the line right there.
Yeah, it's over. That's a good win right there from God Power. Those we're going to bring it back to our D4C booth. Brought to you by MyColorStreetNails.com/Starshine Nails. Let's go ahead and bring her up. Let's get the top 3 in here. It was actually a pretty good race, man. I mean, we had 2 full green flag pit stops early on. But it got a little crazy at the end, but you almost expect that. Everybody's trying to get everything they can get.
Yes, sir. And you put all the fast cars in the back there and they know where to go, so.
Yes, sir. Just waiting for a more smoke. There's a more smoke. Deeds, why don't you go ahead and get a more smoke?
Hey, Amor, good race, man. You was able to get back up there to 3rd place, and that's going to be a good points night.
Yeah.
Tell us about that race, man. That was wild.
Yeah, I had a good car all night. Pulled away, had a little gap. Muffin had maybe a little bit better car in the long run. I pitted a little early, so I was trying to get some track position.
Yeah, we saw you
caution come out.
Big lead.
Yeah, caution come out, and that just wiped it all over. Fell back to 8th, then I spun out, and I just stayed out on one of the pit stops, and it was just the caution fest after that.
Yeah,
just lucky to get out of there with the 3rd after that.
Right, and I mean, we thought maybe you might have had something for those guys there at the end, but the cautions were not meant to be. But yeah,
I didn't even get a chance. So appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. HD, I believe you got 2nd place, and that's going to be.
That's Sweeter. Sweeter's HD. You got a copy? Is that Morse code? Talking Morse?
Yeah.
Beep, beep, boop, bop, beep. Got beep.
I think we're having some technical difficulties with our 2nd place there, HD.
Yeah, I think
I got you now. I got you.
Ah, we got you now. We got him. We got him. We got him. We're good. All right, man. It was a heck of a race right there for you. I want to say, did you play the strategy with about 38 laps to go? Did you pit there and stayed out the rest of the way?
I didn't catch a word of that.
Yeah, I didn't think you did because you had your mic thing muted. I said it was a great race for you. Heck of a finish. Now, I called a strategy up here in the booth when there's about 38 laps remaining. I called some of these guys should come down because I got a feeling there's going to be a few more cautions, and then they will make it to the end. Is that a strategy that you pulled right there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. I know.
Well, they say great minds think alike because it definitely worked out. You ended up finishing P2, but tell me, how was it out there on the track? How was it racing? How was the car feeling? I tell you what, those restarts were crazy because them boys were about 3 to 4 wide a few times.
The racing was great. Like right on that last caution, like I stayed out. I got the lead, and I had a really good car. But on one of those cautions right before we had a terrible ending, I got damaged, and I had to stay out at that point. Like track position was the only thing that mattered. But the racing overall was great. I just wish we wouldn't have had a caution fest at the end.
Yeah, I think we all wish that. But hey, that's sometime how the cookie crumbles. It matters how you eat the cookie. We'll worry about that next week. Great run from you, Sweeter. Finish P2, and Deeds, you have our race winner, God Power.
And there, God Power, congratulations on the win, man.
I don't even think he's in here.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, he is. Never mind. I'm blind.
I've got it showing here, HD. Congratulations on the win, man. And, I mean, strategy there, did that play out the same way, with 38 to go? Did you pit, and was you able to stay out?
That caution that came out that broke up that long run was a gift from God. I swear. I was going to be a couple laps short from making out one more stop, and it just threw me right back in the game. I had to try doing something to get back up through the field, though, so short pin was about the only thing I could do.
Yeah, and well, once you got out front there, I mean, you was really strong, and we watched you all night there in the top 5. You were really strong out front. Was clean air the difference tonight?
I don't know if it was necessarily clean air, but me definitely having lane choice was definitely a big part of it. Me being able to hold that outside.
Right, and I mean now here you are, you're locked into the chase. It's a great run tonight. Congratulations, and anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My new teammates. I mean, I'm not too sure who they all are yet. But they brought me on board 2 days ago, and well, I'm sitting in victory lane here.
Well, I'll
On
tell
the
you
team
what.
for 2 days, and he's got to win. HD.
I'll tell you what. The teammates are going to get to know you well. You boys are going to be partying all night long. This was another D4C League Race Cup Series here, brought to you by mycolorstreetnails.com/Starshine Nails. Again, huge shout out to the sponsor for the Cup Series here in D4Cs. And Deeds, it's been another great one, brother.
It has HD.
All right, guys. This has been another broadcast, and until next time, we'll see you guys on the track.